this program, I have a variable name of type string because it holds a text, and I'm printing it, as you can see here. Let's say that I need more information about a product. For example, the units left of this product. Let's say, for example, 100. This is a number, so my variable cannot be of type string. If I try it, my code editor is telling me that I'm using string, but I need an integer. So I will change the type from string to integer, and the error disappears. An integer variable can hold any number that is an integer. For example, could be 20, could be 0. I can use even negative numbers, although in this case it doesn't make sense. Now I want to store the price of the product. So I create another variable called price, and let's say that the price is 2.50. Can I use the type integer also here? No, I cannot. It's telling me that I need to use another kind of variable, another type. So the type that I need here is double. There are others, but let's keep double for now. If I want to use an integer number, sometimes you cannot. So what you can do is just put a 0 in the decimals. Now let's say that I want to know if the product is discounted or not. That could be no or false. And if I want it to be discounted, I would write true. True means yes, false means no. The type of these variables is boolean. These are all the basic types in programming. Now I will print the values of all these variables. You will see that the syntax is the same no matter the type of the variable. So the name, the units, the price, and this boolean variable discounted. I'm gonna run the program and you will see the result. In Java, the basic types integer, double, and boolean have another version called the primitive type. For integer, the primitive type is int. For double, double but with lowercase, and for boolean also with lowercase. They are the recommended ones to use, so I will use them. The result for the program is the same. Don't worry about this for now. This is very specific to Java. Now I'm going to copy the Java program and I will do the same version in Kotlin. My code editor lets me convert the code automatically, but I will say no, I will do it manually. As you may remember, the variables in Kotlin are declared with the keyword var, so I will just replace the types with var. I can also remove the semicolon at the end, which is not necessary. The print function in Kotlin is just println, so I can remove the system out part. And also remove the semicolon at the end. And I already have a Kotlin program that is exactly the same as the Java program, as you can see in the output. There is something curious, and it's that from Java version 11, they have introduced the keyword var. So now Java looks very similar to Kotlin. I can execute the program and you will see that it does exactly the same. Anyway, I'm going to keep the explicit types because I think this is a nice feature of Java, especially when you're learning programming. Maybe you remember that in Kotlin you can use string interpolation with this $sign and curly braces. Just to go faster, I will use that nice feature that my code editor has to convert Java code to Kotlin. Now I will say yes, and I get the Kotlin code automatically written for me and using string interpolation also. As you can see, the curly braces are not necessary when using string interpolation in Kotlin, but I will write them because I will copy this code to create the JavaScript version, and in JavaScript they are necessary. You may have noticed that now the Kotlin code is using val to declare the variables instead of var. Don't worry about it now. I want to mention that in Java I have written explicitly the types of the variables, while in Kotlin I haven't. But you can do it. You can explicitly write the type of every variable. This is the way to declare the type of a variable in Kotlin. using the colon character and the type on the right side. But if you don't put them, Kotlin will implicitly infer the type of the variable, so they are optional. Now I will copy the Kotlin version of the program to write the JavaScript version. Instead of val, you may remember that I need to use the keyword let, so I replace all the val for let. And instead of println, I need the console.log function. I will also add the semicolon at the end of each instruction, although this is optional in JavaScript, but it's commonly used. I need one last thing. For the string interpolation to work, I need to replace the quotes with the backtick. Now I can run the program and I will see that the output is exactly the same as in the Kotlin and Java versions. Finally, to write the Python version, I will also use the Kotlin version. I just need to remove the val keyword, because if you remember, in Python, variables are not declared. Also, the false keyword is with the uppercase in Python, so you have true or false, but with uppercase. And the println function was just print in Python. One last change for the string interpolation, I removed the $sign, which in Python you don't put, and add the F letter before the first quote. Now I run the program and you can see that the output is exactly the same.